Hello everyone, I hope you're well. So as you know, it's Tuesday, so Tuesday evening yoga. Unfortunately, we won't be in the community centre today, but today we're actually in my bedroom. So I will be flowing through a sequence that I normally do, and I think it's a really nice home practice to have. So yeah, let's get started. So we're going to start the practice lying on our back with the feet about 2 foot apart. Allow the toes to point outward, having the arms about a foot away from the body with the palms facing up. If we haven't already, closing the eyes, placing the tongue on the roof of the mouth, and just settling in, allowing the body to be held by the ground and noticing what it feels like to be supported by the ground beneath us. You may be on a yoga mat or on a towel or just on the ground in your home. Just taking some nice rhythmic breaths. We're going to practice tensing and releasing different parts of the body so that we can relax more. So we're going to start from the toes and work our way up the body, starting with the toes, curling them and releasing them. Now, flexing the foot, really tensing all the muscles in the foot and release. Now lifting the left foot a few centimeters off the ground and release. Now the right foot, tensing it and release. Lifting the glutes away from the ground, tensing the glutes and release. Pulling the navel in towards the spine, hold and release. Now lifting, really opening the chest, hold and release. Making tight fists with both arms, lifting them a few centimeters, tensing and release. Moving the shoulders towards the ears, tense, tense, tense and release. Allow them to roll back down. Now we're going to tense and release the facial muscles. So pulling all the muscles towards the nose, making a prune face and release. Making a long face, opening the mouth, sticking the tongue out and looking up behind you and release. Allowing your head to move from side to side and coming back to center. Letting go of any tension in the body. Following the inhale and the exhale. Noticing how the breath moves the body. And we can start to bring awareness back to the body. Moving the toes and the fingertips gently, moving the body. You may want to roll the wrists, move the feet from side to side, moving the hips as well. Coming back to full body awareness. We'll start by bending the right knee and bringing that right foot, the sole of the foot, to the ground as we lift the left foot up. So the foot is over our hip. And we're going to start by curling the toes and then bringing the toes towards our head. And we're just going to do that 3 times. And then we're going to move on to pointing and flexing the foot 3 times. And you can hold on to your thigh using your hands. You're going to then bend the knee into the chest, give it a little squeeze. And we're going to roll through, moving the leg, extending the leg and bending it. Exhaling when we're bringing the knee to the chest and inhaling as we extend the leg upwards. So now holding that knee in towards the chest, extending the other leg out, going to bring that knee over to one side, just opening up the hips and the thighs, the inner thigh. Making circular movements in that hip joint. Placing that foot onto the ground and lifting up the other leg. Going into the curling of the feet and releasing 3 times. Curling of the toes, I mean. Now pointing and flexing the feet. So pointing the feet up and then pointing the feet towards your face. Doing that 3 times also. Now bringing that knee in towards the chest, giving it a nice squeeze. And then extending the leg out straight. Exhale, bringing the knee to the chest. Inhale, bringing it out straight. Now bringing that knee in towards the chest, straightening out the other leg and bringing the knee out to the side, feeling that stretch in the extended leg, in the thigh. Now we're going into circular movements on the hip, in one direction then the other. Straightening out the legs, going to rest for a few breaths, noticing how those joints may feel different. Noticing that subtle energy which we're creating. Now bending both knees and bringing the soles of the feet to the ground, lifting the feet up, placing the hands on the knees. We're going to extend the arms and bend the arms. So we're bringing the knee towards the chest and then away from us. Giving a gentle massage to the lower back. Doing that at your own pace, inhaling as you bring the knees away. Now moving the knees from one side to the other, rocking on the lower part of your spine. Making circular movements with the knees. Continuing to massage that lower part of the spine. It should feel really good. If you do feel any pain, please stop and you can skip this part. So now bringing your soles of your feet back to your mat, we're going to come into rolls where we are tilting our pelvis forward and back. And you'll notice that your body is sort of moving with those movements. Then we're going to move into bridge, so lifting the hips up, keeping the arms flat, and we're just going to roll through a few rounds of bridge, lifting the hips up and then lowering them back down. We're going to continue this movement, but synchronizing the arms. So as we press into our feet, engaging our legs, lifting the hips, we are lifting our arms up as well so they reach the ground behind us. And it's inhale when we raising the arms. You can hold the posture for a few breaths, really feeling that opening in the chest. Then exhale, slowly bringing yourself back down. Then lifting the arms up and rolling the wrists in one direction and changing the direction, bringing the arms back down to the ground. Now stretching out both limbs, giving yourself a nice big stretch. We'll come into banana asana. So moving the left leg over to one side and then hooking the right ankle over the left. And then moving the arms over to one side and clasping the right arm with the left hand. You should feel a nice opening in the side of the body, on the right side of the body. Keep breathing. Returning back to center and moving your right leg this time over to the right and hooking the left ankle over the right ankle. Moving the arms over to the other side, allowing the right arm to clasp the left wrist. Feeling that stretch on the side of the left side should feel really, really good. Releasing the limbs, coming back to center. Bringing the arms out to a cactus position, bending at the knees, crossing the right knee over the left and coming into a side twist, a spinal twist. You can look over to the other side. Inhale, coming back up to center, uncrossing the knees and going over to the other side. So left knee over the right. You may have to adjust yourself so you've got enough time. Rolling over, placing the right hand onto the left knee and looking over to the other side. Feeling that stretch through the spine. Taking a few moments to breathe in the stretch. Feel the lengthening. And then you can release, coming out of the posture, bending the knees in towards the chest, going into some back rock, so bringing the knee in, creating some momentum to come up. Now coming into a comfortable seated position, you come into cross-legged or a kneeling position, bringing the fingertips to the shoulders. We're going to make circles in one direction, circling the shoulders back and then forward. making circles with the elbows. Then releasing, you might want to do some shoulder rolls. We're going to come into some neck rolls, so just rolling the neck all the way around. Going to do that twice. We come back down. We're going to reverse the rotation the other way. Allow yourself to go at your own pace, and then coming back into center, coming up to a standing position with the feet hip width apart and the arms alongside the body. Getting ready. On the inhale, raising the arms up, palms to touch. Exhale, palms down through heart center. Inhale, raising the arms forward and up, bending the knees slightly. Exhale, folding forward, hinging from the hips. Walking out the hands, lowering the knees and coming down into all fours. Uncurling the feet. Inhale, opening the chest, looking up. Exhale, arching the spine, dropping the head. Coming back to a neutral position, stepping out the hands long and sinking the hips back, feeling that stretch through the back and the arms. Coming back down, laying flat on your stomach, having the elbows close to the body. Inhale, lifting the chest and head up, adjusting the elbows and forearms. Then stepping back into all fours, curling the toes and lifting the hips up into a pyramid. Bending the knees, starting to walk the hands back to a forward fold, releasing the head. Inhale, raising the arms all the way up, arms in line with the ears. Exhale, allowing the arms to separate as you bend back. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, palms through center. Inhale. Exhale, release. So now we'll finish off with some static poses. So we're going to rest first on our front. You can bring the toes together, allow the heels to fall out to the side, and make a pillow with your hands and turn your head to the left side. Just focusing on the breath, allowing the inhale to push the ground away from you, and the exhale for you to sink into the ground. So now coming into cobra, we bring the legs together, bring the elbows in towards the body and the forehead on the mat. Inhaling, we lift the chest and the chin, the head up, adjust the arms so the elbows are under the shoulders. Breathing here, pushing the shoulders back and down, and then exhale, slowly rolling back down. We'll repeat this again. Inhale, opening the chest, lifting the head up, adjusting the placement of the forearms and elbows so that they're under the shoulders, looking up. Exhale, lowering the chest and the head back down. Inhale, coming back up, and if you want to turn the volume up, you can extend the arms for a deeper opening of the front body, looking up, opening the throat. Exhale, bending those elbows and lowering the body back down to the mat. We'll go back to the resting position. So you can have your arms out in front of you, turning your head to the right, allowing the big toes to touch and the heels to fall out to the side. Breathing deeply and rhythmically. Now we're going to come into sobek. So pressing up into your mat and coming to a all fours position. We're going to shift the right knee forward. Make sure that the back knee isn't too far away from the front knee. And we're going to come down with the chest and the head onto the mat and rest here for a few moments. And then we're going to inhale and raise our torso up, using our hands as a support, looking forward. And then, if you can, releasing the hands, coming up to upright, holding the palms facing out. Breathing here. On the next inhale, rotating to your left, opening out the arms so they're in line with shoulder height and looking straight ahead. For an extra stretch, you can lift the back foot and catch it with the left hand and rotate the head forward to look over your front fingertips. Breathing deeply, creating space along the chest. Gently releasing the back leg and bringing the arm back up in line with the shoulders. Rotating the arms and the hands back to facing forward. And exhale, bringing the hands down onto the ground along with the forehead. Then pressing up into a all fours position and bringing the left knee forward this time. Bringing the forehands down and the forehead and resting here to prepare to come up on the other side. Inhale, raising up, using the hands as a support, breathing here. And if you'd like extra, you can lift the hands, otherwise stay in the previous position. Allow the hands to face forward, breathing deeply. Maintaining that balance. Then rotating to the right, spreading the arms out, level with the shoulders. If you'd like an extra stretch, taking hold of the back leg and looking forward over the front fingertips. Releasing the back leg and bringing the arm up, and then rotating round to the front of your mat, keeping the palms forward. Exhale as you bring the hands down to the mat along with the forehead. Resting here, coming up to a all fours position. We're going to come down, lying on our fronts, and coming back to the restorative pose on our front, turning the head to one side. Now we're going to come into the last posture before we go into relaxation. We're going to come into Selket, the scorpion. So laying on your front with your arms straight out in front of you and your legs together. You're going to slide your hands down towards your face so that the elbows are bent. And on the inhale, you're going to raise the chest and the head up, engaging those back muscles. And then exhale, coming down slowly. We're going to do that one more time. So inhale, raising the chest up and the head, looking forward. Exhale, bringing yourself back down. So now bringing the hands out in front of you, we're going to go into the full expression of the posture. So bending at the knees and lifting the feet and the arms up and holding it here, breathing. And exhale, releasing the limbs. Coming back to the restorative position, turning the head to one side. Breathing here. Now we're going to move into our relaxation posture, lying on our back. So you may like to get a blanket or an extra layer of clothing for the final relaxation. So this is time for us to feel and reap the benefits of the practice. So lying flat on your back with your legs about 2 foot apart, allow the feet to fall out to the sides. Spread the arms a little distance away from the body with the palms facing up. If you do wear glasses, this is an opportunity to take them off. Closing the eyes, placing the tongue on the roof of the mouth, and coming into stillness. Each time we mention a body part, we want to return this part of the body to a complete state of peace and relaxation. We will scan the body, releasing tension and feeling peace. So with the feet, feeling a nice warm bright light within the feet, drawing up to the ankles and the calves, the knees and the thighs, relaxing the pelvis region, stomach and chest, relaxing the lower back, middle back and upper back, relaxing, feeling that warm, bright light through the body, a comforting feeling in the hands, the arms and the shoulders, relaxing the neck, facial muscles and the scalp, relaxing the whole body, glowing with a bright, warm energy, relaxing, restoring and recharging. Feeling the breath, the coming and going of the inhale and the exhale, rolling like waves. I'm going to start to bring awareness back to the body, wriggling the fingers and the toes, making any stretching movements that feel good. And on your next inhale, you can roll over to your left side, breathing here. And then pressing up to a comfortable seated position, taking your time, taking care, finding that comfortable seat, grounding into our roots, taking deep rhythmic breaths, noticing how we feel at the end of our practice, getting ready to close the practice with an Om. Deep inhale for Om. Inhale, raising the arms up, palms to touch. Exhale, bringing the palms down to your heart center. Namaste. Thank you for watching. I hope you've really enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next week for some more.